Hello students. So today we will discuss our next topic of coordination compound, where we are going to continue our chapter. That one is the coordination compound, and I am going to tell you that what is the and how can we make a IUPAC name of any coordination complex. So students, today we are going to discuss how will we make name an IUPAC name of coordination compound. That means what? Our today's topic is nomenclature of coordination compounds or complex. You can say complex. So how can we make IUPAC name or naming or simply formula of any coordination complex? So first of all, there are some rules which must be applied during the naming of the coordination compound. So first of all, we are going to learn how we will write the formula of any coordination entity. So there our topic is formula of mononuclear coordination entity. Mononuclear coordination entity, or you can say complex. So first of all, we will learn about the how can we write the formula of any coordination compound if we know all the component or all the elements which involve in the we know all the elements or atoms or compounds which involve in the complexes. So there are some rules for writing the formula of any mononuclear coordination entity. What is the mononuclear, sir? Here mononuclear indicates that what the complex contains only one central atom. Yeah, it means what? The complex has one central atom. If complex have only one central atom, then we use the mononuclear word for the coordination entity. So what is the steps for the writing the formula of any coordination compound? Then you can say, sir, there is a first rule is firstly we write the metal or metallic ion, metallic atom or metallic ion, whatever you can say. So suppose let us take an example, and we can understand it with the help of the example, like CO and H3, the whole 6 of amine Cl3. Here if we know all about the Cl and NH3 and CO which involve the coordination complex, so how can we write the formula? So first of all, in our first rule, we write the central atom first. And what is the next step? What is the next? And then we write the anionic ligand. Anionic ligands are listed next, which followed by neutral ligands. What is the meaning of this point, sir? So anionic ligands, if we write the formula of any coordination compound, so we write the anionic ligands which followed by the neutral ligands, which were if there is a two kind of the ligands involved in the formulation of the coordination compound, like this one, NH3, the whole 4 of NH3, Cl2 and Br. So here you can see that there is a two type of ligand involved in the formation of the coordination entity. One is the amine and second one is the chlorido. So you can see here the chlorido is the anionic ligand, anionic ligand, and you can see here the amine, that one is the ammonia, which is a neutral ligand. Neutral ligand. So according to our point, what the anionic ligand are listed next, which followed by the neutral ligand. So first of all, we write the neutral ligand. And after then chlorine. After them the anionic ligand. Which what, sir? Anionic ligands are listed next. Next means what? Next means the neutral ligands. Anionic ligands are listed next, which are followed by the neutral ligands, which followed by our neutral ligand. So if there are the number of the ligands present in the coordination complex, anionic as well as the neutral, then we write firstly the neutral ligand, after then the anionic ligand. That's it. What is the next formula? What is the next rule? Next rule is if there is a number of ligands are present or attached or coordinated with the central metal ion, then we follow the alphabetical order to write their formula. Like if there is a NH3 Cl I Br, like this. Here you can see that there is 4 kind of the ligands, in which the 3 types of the ligands are the anionic, which are different in their kind, and there is a 3 same kind of the neutral ligand, that one is the ammonia present. So according to our second rule, the neutral ligands are listed first, and then the anionic ligand listed first. Here this point you can also write as how the neutral ligands are listed first and then anionic ligand. And you can write this one in the passive form, like what? The anionic ligands are listed next, which is followed by the neutral ligand. That's it. Both the points are same. So what is the here? What we can see here? Sir, there is a ammonia, chlorido, iodido, and bromido present. So if there is a number of the ligands which attach with the central metal ion, then we follow the alphabetical order to write their formula. So here you can see there is a chlorido is started from C, and iodido is started from I, and bromido is started from B. So according to alphabetical order, this is not correct. So what is the correct answer, sir? What is the correct formula? According to our third rule, the formula will be what? Bromido, chlorido, and then iodido. And this is the correct formula. According to our third rule. So what is the fourth rule, sir? So if according to fourth rule, if there is any ionic complex, suppose there is ionic complex, it may be a cationic or it may be a anionic. So if any ionic complex, it may be cationic or anionic, which is a result of removing of the counter ion. So the charge bear by the complex, by the removing of the counter ion is written outside of the top right corner of the outside of the large bracket. That one is the coordination sphere. Like what? CONH3, the whole 6 of NH3, 3 plus, FeCN6. The counter ion is here what? K4. That means what? Here 4 minus. So you can see here the cationic as well as anionic. These charges represent the number of the cationic or anionic counter ion, removal of the anionic or cationic counter ion. So here you can see there is a 3 chloride ion present. And there is also K4. That one is potassium. 4 potassium ion present. And they are both are the counter ion, and which after removing both the ions, the complex bears some charge. That one is the 3 plus or 4 minus. Whatever the counter ion is present, that counter ion is responsible for the leaving a opposite charge on the coordination entity or coordination sphere or coordination or large bracket, simply you can say. So what is the next formula, sir? Next formula, according to next rule, there is no gap. There is no gap. There should be no gap between the metal, ligand as well as the counter ion when we write the formula of any coordination compound. So according to fifth rule, you can see the many examples like this one. Here there is no space. Here there should be no space when we write the formula of coordination compound between the metal and the ligand and the counter ion. And the counter ion only separated by the coordination sphere, that one is the large bracket. That's it. For today, this is enough, and we will discuss the next topic in next video. Thank you.